The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler. April 9th, Blessed Ubaldo Adimari. In 1276, one of the most important leaders of the Ghibelline party in Florence was the young Ubaldo Adimari. Rich, favored by nature, and from a very distinguished family, Ubaldo had led a turbulent and dissipated life until he was 30 years old. But one day, upon hearing a sermon by St. Philip Benizi, he was moved to penance, and in one of those outbursts of generous natures, he promised not to bear arms again in his entire life. St. Philip Benizi received him into the Servite Order. Ubaldo dedicated himself to do penance for his sins in order to overcome his proud and haughty character. Over the years, he became so good-natured that as soon as he went out into the garden of the monastery of Monte birds would land on his head, shoulders, and hands. He also possessed the gift of miracles. It is said that once, when it was his turn to draw water from the fountain for the monks' meals, the only pitcher he was carrying broke. Ubaldo then carried the water in his own habit, and the liquid was enough to satisfy the thirst of all the monks. St. Philip was very fond of his pious disciple. For several years he had him accompany him on his travels and appointed him his confessor. When St. Philip fell ill in Todi, Ubaldo had the supernatural presentiment that the death of his master was approaching and hurried to see him. St. Philip asked for his book, and those present gave him the Bible, the breviary, and the rosary. But Ubaldo, who knew him better, handed him the crucifix, in which the saint had learned all his wisdom. St. Philip fixed his eyes on Christ until death closed them. Ubaldo survived him 30 years on Monte. The cult of Blessed Ubaldo was confirmed in 1821.